Are we really surprised that Jeffree Star is getting called out right now? Not really, but this time people are a little bit more shocked by his statements than things that have come out about him in his past. Mostly people are just hurt by the things that he said. But Jeffree doesn't seem to care that his words were hurtful, and all he's worried about is whether or not the media is reporting his quotes correctly, and he's saying that if they don't, then he's gonna sue them. Recently, Jeffree Star decided that he wanted to be the center of attention again and stir up some conversation about himself. He started by getting people invested in his love life again and teased the fact that he was hooking up with an NFL player. It turned into a big conversation, and people were trying to uncover the identity of this mystery player that he was taking sneaky pictures with. So much so that players' wives and girlfriends were literally messaging Jeffree and commenting on his posts to tell people that he was not with their man. Super Bowl weekend, he ended up posting this TikTok, and people thought that this was him revealing his new boyfriend. In the end, it all ended up being promotion for a podcast episode, and he was actually just being interviewed. And the interview caused all sorts of articles to be written because during the episode, he said that he did not support they, them pronouns. He said a lot more, and it was pretty effed up the way that he delivered his message. And I can't even show you the clip because I think it would just come across as like harassment, but it was not good. Just know that it was not good. The clip from the podcast ended up going viral as people were extremely upset with Jeffree, and tons of articles were being written about what he said, and he did not like that at all. He took to Instagram to rant about all of the reactions that he had been receiving in regards to this podcast.
And you know what this week has taught me? Let me give y'all one more lesson. Don't back down. If you genuinely just feel something and it's your opinion, don't let anyone sway you, because for some reason, I didn't think I said anything bizarre, weird, offensive. I just kept it real, and I said what millions of people are thinking, but they're too afraid to say because we live in this crazy culture where everyone has to tiptoe.
The rant then takes a turn, and he starts talking about why he felt like the beauty community went downhill. And I feel like he was kind of making mentions of Tati and James when he says that two people tried to bring him down at one point.
That's what killed the beauty community, minus those two idiots that tried to ruin my career. What killed the beauty community was everyone was so afraid of being canceled. They stopped having fun. They stopped being witty. They stopped being sarcastic. Humor, dead. The f***. I'm gonna be me forever. So I think you guys know that. Thank you for sticking with me. It's been a crazy ride and a crazy journey. Don't back down. You know how many people have harassed me and come out of the woodwork this week? But the millions of people that support me, you guys are what make it worth it and why I do what I do. So never let them take your thinking cap on, Miss Thing.
Following this Instagram story, Jeffree was still getting a lot of attention for his comments. People were hurt and just feeling disrespected that this was something that he said, and he still wasn't backing down. He got on his Instagram stories once again to say that he was going to be suing anyone who didn't quote him correctly for what he said, and he was once again doubling down on his original statement.
You know what's crazy is that over the last few days, I have learned that being yourself, having an opinion, not always agreeing with everyone, those three things are scary to the average bear. If they can't be put in a box, pre-labeled, and everything's already wrapped up with explanations, Miss Thing, it's scary to them. You know what I'm not gonna do? Back down from my opinion, from science, from facts, and just overall, I didn't even say anything crazy. And what we're not gonna do is lie on my name. So anyone creating a lie, meaning the media outlet, I'm gonna Cardi B you. I'm gonna file a lawsuit because you are lying on my name. I just went on and I saw a few outlets saying that I'm transphobic. Jeffree Star, who has 5 transgender employees. I have over 100 employees of all different ethnicities. A brand that is inclusive to the entire world. What we're not gonna do is lie. So if you posted an article saying anything like that, you better delete it, Miss Thing, because I'm coming. All I said was this: I don't agree with pronouns. That's it.
Jeffree claimed he was taking a no from Cardi B since back in 2019, she filed a lawsuit against a YouTuber saying that she was starting a whole hate campaign of making these defamatory statements about her, and she ended up being awarded around $4 million as a result. And clearly Jeffree is feeling like he can do the same to outlets reporting on his interview.
So you know how Cardi B sued that woman and well, the lady don't have any money, but Cardi B won, allegedly, a lot of money from the lawsuit, even though she'll never get it. It's still the point of she won. That was phenomenal for someone like me that has been abused and dragged through the mud. Now, we all know all my past mistakes, girl. Every time that I have an opinion, everyone has to bring up everything from the past. That's getting so old, but what the Cardi B lawsuit taught me is that the media has been publishing lies forever, right? But they legally can't anymore, and that really proved a point. So don't call me transphobic, don't call me anything that I'm not. I simply stated my opinion, and it's so funny how many woke crazy people are trying to come for me.
He claimed this was all just social media coming after him yet again, because we all know Jeffree loves to play the card that he's never done anything wrong and the internet is just writing stuff and making stuff up about him, and claims that there are people who have reached out to him giving their support despite the things that he said during the interview.
Like, people get it. It's just social media and they love to drag Miss Jeffree Lynn. Also, shout out to so many amazing, beautiful transgender people and the LGBT community in my DMs, writing me. Just thank you. I know the internet's crazy, and thank you for having my back and always just being amazing. It truly means a lot, because sometimes, girl. But anyway, do you want to really switch gears? Because I'm like, wait, y'all ain't worried about Jeffree when there's train crashes and chemicals being polluted in the air, and y'all are trying to worry about what I think about a pronoun. Make it make sense.
And it sounds like this isn't going to be the last place we see Jeffree express his opinions, because he claims he is back more than ever before, and he's going to be doing what sounds like as many interviews and appearances as he possibly can. So this podcast might just be the first thing this year that is controversial that he says in an interview, because it sounds like he's about to do a bunch more, and I'm sure they're going to ask him about this once again. And if he's on his Instagram story doubling down, I'm sure he's going to do it then, because he seems to be sticking by what he said, even though it's hurt a lot of people and it has made a lot of people upset.
I'm in such a different place mentally. I'm at peace. I'm so happy. And I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of TV appearances, podcasts, and there's a lot of big things in the works. And my brand just keeps growing and growing. It's just so phenomenal. So yes, I'm back.
This whole thing is just so out of nowhere also, since just a few months ago, Shane recorded Jeffree talking about how he didn't like TikTok and he was just kind of doing it because it was the popular thing. And even Shane was saying that Jeffree seemed like miserable doing it.
Now we're at TikTok and I want to kill myself.
Honestly, truly, yeah, facts.
Honestly, he's embracing other things. He's doing TikTok. And
No, but TikTok is like, and no offense to TikTokers, but like he looks like miserable doing that.
And he does kind of address the Shane series on his Instagram stories, and I think he just likes the app now because people are kind of paying attention to him again after he shaded Michaela, which a lot of people were also just like, did everyone forget like what he's done in his past and everything that's come out about him? Like, why are we all living up on him again? But even with people calling that out, he's still getting these views. Like, I was pretty shocked, like when I went to go look at his TikTok page and see what he had posted, like he's getting millions of views on these TikToks, reviewing products. He's doing it ever since he called out Michaela, and people seem to be watching it. And I think that's exactly why he's like loving TikTok now, is because he is getting those views there. Compared to when he was hanging out with Shane, he wasn't really getting the views like he is right now.
Also seeing a lot of messages, Jeffree, please come back to YouTube. I don't want TikTok. Baby, my reviews on TikTok are blowing up. It's a different space, obviously. I've been on YouTube for 8 years, and I know I never did a final video. Miss Thing just vanished. So if you didn't see Shane's last few videos on his channel with me, go watch it. It's a really good explanation. It definitely shows you the behind the scenes of Wyoming. But I'm having a lot of fun on TikTok. There's so many products sitting in front of me that I have to review.
But somehow Jeffree says that he's been seeing a lot of love recently on the internet, and it's causing him to actually be more active than he was last year. So Jeffree is clearly on a mission to make waves like he once used to, and it also seems like he's going to try and put himself out there more than he has before. And like I said, I know a lot of people are against him, but he is saying there's enough people cheering him on, which is kind of shocking. And even though he's in a controversy right now and people are really upset at him, he's still going, and he's standing by those statements. Now, I really want to know what you guys think about what Jeffree had to say. Let me know what your feelings are about the statements on the podcast and how he literally doubled down on those statements again on Instagram. Let me know in the comments below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.